So let's talk about a really strange paradox. How the very things we buy to feel successful might actually be the exact reason we're financially struggling. Yeah, it's a hidden cost that's draining our bank accounts, and most of us don't even see it happening.
All right, check this out. On the left, you've got someone pulling in 95 grand a year. They should be set, right? But if you look closer, their house is just packed with stuff, and they are two paychecks away from a total crisis. Now look at the right. Someone earning almost half that, 52,000. But they're secure, they're calm, they've got 18 months of savings in the bank. So, what is their secret?
I mean, how is that even possible? It feels that it breaks all the rules of finance. But the answer, it turns out, isn't about how much you make. It's about a hidden cost, a cost that almost all of us are paying without even realizing it. And this hidden cost is what this is all about. You can think of it as an invisible rent. It's the price you keep on paying for everything you own long after you've left the store. It's this idea called the second cost. And it's pretty simple, actually. Everything we own costs us twice. First, when we buy it, and then again every single day that we own it. It's almost like every object we have comes with a hidden subscription fee. And it's this second, ongoing cost that just silently drains our finances. So what does the second cost actually look like? Well, it breaks down into four, let's call them hidden taxes. First, there's the cost of storage. I mean, the space in your home isn't free. Then you've got maintenance. Things break, they need to be fixed or upgraded. It also costs you mental energy. You know, studies show clutter literally increases your stress levels. And maybe the biggest one of all, opportunity cost. Every single dollar that you have tied up in stuff is a dollar that could be out there, invested, and growing for you. And this is where it gets kind of scary, actually. Let's take this treadmill. It takes up what, about 20 square feet? In a major city, that space could be worth up to $1,000 a year in rent. So you're basically paying $1,000 every single year just for that treadmill to sit there, whether you use it or not. Yeah, this quote just nails it perfectly. The purchase price is just the entry fee. You're not just buying an item, you are signing up for a lifetime of these hidden costs. So knowing this, how do we fight back? How do we stop this invisible drain on our wallets? Well, fighting back starts with a totally new way of thinking. We need a new math for figuring out an item's true value, one that cuts through all the marketing and gets right to the financial truth. The first tool is called cost per use. Just look at this table for a second. That cheap $200 jacket you only wear twice, it ends up costing you $100 every time you put it on. But that quality $400 jacket that you wear 200 times, that's just $2 per wear. All of a sudden, the expensive jacket is actually 50 times cheaper. Okay, now here's a tool for everything you already own. It's called the replacement test. It's simple. Just walk through your house, pick up any item, and ask yourself one simple, brutally honest question. If this just vanished tonight, would I actually spend my own money to go out and replace it tomorrow? And listen, if the answer is no, then that item doesn't just have zero value, it actually has negative value. It's not just sitting there harmlessly. It's actively costing you space, it's costing you mental energy, and it's not giving you anything real back in return. All right, so we've got the mindset down. Now, how do we actually put this into practice? How do we build what you might call a financial fortress to protect ourselves from these hidden costs day to day? The core strategy here is to create something called spending friction. You just make it harder to buy things on impulse. And it's simple things, delete the shopping apps from your phone. Wait 24 hours before buying anything that's not essential. Remove your saved credit cards from all those online stores. These small steps can wipe out a huge chunk of impulse buys. You're basically making it easier to save than it is to spend. And this might be the most powerful step of all. You have to define what enough actually means to you. Because without a finish line, you just fall into that trap of lifestyle inflation, where no matter how much your income goes up, you find a way to spend it all. By setting your own goal for what enough is, every single dollar you earn beyond that becomes pure fuel for your freedom. And really, all of this leads to the final and I think most important idea here. And that's completely redefining what it actually means to be wealthy. See, true wealth, it isn't about what you have. It's about what you can do. It's about optionality, the ability to quit a toxic job, or to take 6 months off to care for family, or to start that business you've been dreaming about. This is the freedom that financial margin buys you. I absolutely love this quote. Minimalists measure wealth by what they can choose. The old way of thinking measures wealth by accumulation, just more and more stuff. This new way measures it by freedom. Every dollar you don't spend on stuff is another dollar you've invested in your own autonomy. So when you boil it all down, you're really on one of two paths. On the left is the trap, the destructive cycle. You spend to feel better, but that makes you feel more insecure, which just makes you want to spend even more. But on the right, that's the path to freedom. It's a virtuous cycle. You spend less, you save more, you start to feel secure, and then suddenly, that urge to spend just kind of fades away. So after all this, the final question is really for you. Take a hard look at the things in your life and just ask yourself, are you owning your stuff, or is your stuff owning you?